Did you know that for this movie, the name of the Wicked Witch Elphaba was created by taking the phonetic pronunciation of the original Wizard of Oz author L. Frank Baum's initials LFB, which became Elphaba. So this movie definitely caught me by surprise. I didn't really know much about the musical, so I'm really glad that my friend Hannah, who I went to see this movie with, has seen Wicked. She filled me in on all the things that I need to know about Wicked, and then also on the stuff with part 2 coming out next November. So that was a huge help for me to just understand what's going on. I knew the main storyline, but I didn't know all the extra details and why certain things were transpiring. This movie honestly knocked my socks off, and I have 3 things in this movie that I really liked, and my last thing is definitely my favorite. First thing I loved about this movie was the production was incredible. The budget was a little over 150 million for this movie, so I mean, they're pulling out all the stops, they're recreating the world of Oz. Just how spectacular the sets were, the designs, the colors, the landscapes. I mean, like, they really went all out making this movie so immersive, just bringing us back into the world of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie of all time, so that was one of the main driving things that made me want to see this movie. The cinematography, the shots were beautiful, the colors were just vibrant, and there were a few shots near the end of the movie that were just immaculate. They were just perfect lighting, perfect color. The choreography was awesome too. I mean, being a musical and being as big of a production as it is, there was just so many different dances going on. During the dancing through life scene, I really liked the bookshelves that were used, and they were able to pull different levers and flip all over the place. It was very, like, I just really liked the acrobatics side of that scene, but they are competing with people's expectations. People are expecting this movie to be just as good, if not better, than the original Broadway musicals. So, like, there's a lot of pressure here. There's a lot of things that need to be executed correctly, or like I said, this movie could end up being a dismal failure. Second thing I really loved about this movie was the performances and the singing. Ariana Grande blew my mind with her singing. Like, I knew she had an incredible voice. She's very just well controlled with her voice, but she hit a note in the very first song that I haven't heard since Phantom of the Opera, and I had to look it up. The song was the very first song. It was No One Mourns the Wicked. She hits that magical E note that Sarah Brightman from the Phantom of the Opera hit when she was singing the Phantom of the Opera. She hits right at the very end, she hits the high E, which is an incredibly hard note to hit. There are not many people who can do that, and I also read that it was optional that Ariana could go after that note. She didn't have to, but the fact that she did go after it and she hit it just shows me that, like, she was, like, all the way in dedicated to the role of Glinda. The biggest part about her role that I was most skeptical about was her acting. I've never seen her in any TV shows or movies before, so I had no basis to go off of. I'm really glad that she proved me wrong. She actually did a really great job portraying Glinda in all of her just blonde moments, ditzy moments, just self-absorbed, rich, entitled moments. I didn't know that Glinda was like that. I had to ask my friend Hannah about this. I asked her, is that really what Glinda was like in the musical? And Hannah's like, exactly like that. So hats off to Ariana for nailing that. And then Cynthia Erivo, she has some pipes on her, man. Just amazing job, intense performance by Cynthia, and I'm telling you, this movie is going to win so many Academy Awards, not just for set design and cinematography, but I bet you both Cynthia and Ariana are going to win an award, maybe more than one, because they definitely did Academy Award performances in this. Especially Cynthia, she really just tugged at your heart. Like, I didn't know this part about Wicked, but like, I knew it was all about perspectives, and maybe the Wicked Witch of the West really wasn't that wicked. Like, where does wickedness come from? And it just challenges your ideals, it challenges your preconceived notions on what's good, what's bad. Just because someone says they're bad, does that really make them bad? I think that's one of the things that makes Wicked so classic and so timeless, is that just that challenging that mindset, challenging that thought of the morality of what makes someone good, what makes someone bad. I got emotional a few times. Like, she just encapsulated the role of Elphaba so well. My favorite scene in this movie was the very end, right after the whole Defying Gravity scene, but a little before then too, where Elphaba finally gets to meet the wizard, but then she finds out the wizard's positions on certain things, and once again Elphaba is screwed over by people, and that's when she snaps. That's when, you know, she finally just embraces who she really is and busts into Defying Gravity, which is the most popular song from the entire musical, also my favorite song from the musical, so I had high expectations for the performance there. It was absolutely incredible. I can't say it enough. It was just epic. It was just mind-blowing vocals, mind-blowing effects, and cinematography, and just ending this part 1 on such a good note, pun intended. So for Wicked, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 Mudflaps. Remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop in the comments below. What is your favorite song from Wicked? See you next time.